All right, cool. So you guys are ready. I'm ready. So let's talk about this. 2 steps that you need to take, very important steps you need to take as a freight broker or freight agent before you start selling. First, let me describe a scenario for you. You as a freight broker or freight agent are going to start selling your service, which means you're going to have to start calling and emailing and doing outreach to your niche market, whoever your prospects are. So there's a couple of scenarios here. The first scenario is you call them up, and let's say, for example, you're fortunate enough in the first 15 to 30 seconds of that call to get their attention, right? You get their attention, which is one of the hardest parts of cold calling and cold outreach and developing rapport with clients is get that first 15 to 30 seconds, right? Let's assume you get their attention, okay? So they're going to give you then another couple of minutes to kind of present your pitch, right? And your idea and your concept and yourself. And let's say that call ends with send me some information or send me over some rates. And it's a positive experience. It's what we would call a quality conversation. Okay, so that's scenario A. Scenario B is they say, hey, I'm not interested, and they hang up the phone. That happens, just so you know, that happens. It happens frequently because it's cold calling, right? The better you are at cold calling, the better you are at getting people's attention, the more likely that you are going to have success. That's part of the reason why I put together my whole Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program, right? So that Sales Accelerator program is going to be launching very soon. I'll tell you how you can get that later at the end here. But that's a big part of the reason why I put that together. Okay, so scenario A is you get their attention. You have a positive experience. You have a good quality conversation. It's the first conversation. You've built a little bit of rapport. You've got their attention. You got their contact information. You've got their email. You've got some basic info, right? Now, the phone call hangs up. Here's what's going to happen the majority of the time. Fairly quickly, and sometimes almost instantly after they get off the phone call with you, the first thing they're going to do is go to Google. And they're going to Google your name and your company name. So for example, Joe Smith, XYZ Logistics. They're going to go to Google. They're going to type that in. They're going to hit return. Now, in the best case scenario, what's going to happen is the first 2 results that are going to show up on the organic search for Google or Bing or whatever search engine is your name, your company, and 2 different websites. The first website is your company website. The second website is your LinkedIn profile. It's a link to your LinkedIn profile. Okay? The reason why that's important and the reason why I stress that you have these 2 sites, thus the 2 steps, okay? First, you need to set up your website, your company website. Second, you need to set up your LinkedIn profile, okay? Now, some people might argue with me, you don't need either one of those. Here's what I can tell you. You might be able to get clients without those. But the problem is, if they do that search for Joe Smith at XYZ Logistics and you don't show up, you're not visible, you're not there, what happens is it's a huge red flag to that prospect. And you instantly lose all the credibility that you built during that initial call, right? Because the fact is that people are used to being able to find what they need when they want online, especially with Google. It's the reason why they're Google, right? Why they become so popular, why they become so profitable. Because they make it easy to access information. And if you're not part of that information when they want you to be, then you instantly lose credibility, okay? So the 2 steps that I want you to take, the 2 very important steps that I want you to take before you start selling your freight broker or freight agency services is 1, you got to set up your website. Now, it's not that hard, particularly if you're part of the Freight Broker Bootcamp community. Secondly, I want you to set up your LinkedIn profile. That's not hard either because it's 100% free. It costs you 0, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the website first. The website does not need to be $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 website. It doesn't need to be that at all. As a matter of fact, if you are a member of Freight Broker Bootcamp, okay, and you're enrolled as a gold or a platinum member, either membership, you will get access to 4 or 5 WordPress templates of freight broker websites that you can use, and you can take your logo out, you can change some images, and you can instantly have a website, right? So we put these templates in place as a way to save you time and money. Matter of fact, with those templates, you can get your website set up, including your domain, including your hosting, including your website, everything's set up for $50 to $100 if you're already a member of Freight Broker Bootcamp. That's just a bonus, a value add that we add into the training in addition to obviously the training itself, right? That's a tool that you can use to get your business up and running quickly, all right? So if you're a member of Freight Broker Bootcamp already, go to the website templates, follow the instructions. I show you the instructions on exactly how to get your domain, how to get your hosting, how to get your website set up with no technical knowledge, right? I show you that whole process if you're already a member of Freight Broker Bootcamp, okay? If you're not a member of Freight Broker Bootcamp, then you can either hire a developer, which could be expensive. You could try to design and get all your own images done, which could be even more expensive. But that's another option for you, okay? So that's the website option. As far as LinkedIn, it's super simple. If you do not have a LinkedIn profile, it's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. You're a fool if you do not have a fully optimized LinkedIn profile. What I mean by optimized, when you go to set up your LinkedIn profile, it's free, right? It's kind of like a personal brand website. It's kind of like a resume, but we don't want it to look like a resume. We don't want it to sound like a resume. We don't want it to feel like a resume. What we want it to look like is more like a personal brand website. Your goal there is to simply, get your prospects' attention, because it's going to be optimized and customized specifically to their niche and to the niche that you're in and the business that you're in. And it's going to tell a story, and it's going to build credibility, right? That's the entire goal of these 2 steps. Because here's what happens. As I said to you before, if that prospect goes to Google or any search engine to try to validate if you are legitimate or real, or just to get some more information, and you don't appear, if the first 2 sites that don't appear are your website and your LinkedIn profile, that's a problem. And that is going to set off a big red flag. You're going to lose all that credibility that you built up in that early conversation that you had. And chances are, if they don't find you, they're probably not going to reply to your future emails. They're probably not going to take your future calls, because instantly they've disqualified you as a part of this process, okay? So this is how literally you can more than double your odds of success with a prospect if you just do these 2 simple steps up front, okay? So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. It's super simple. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Get it done. Get it done right away. For those of you that are curious about becoming a freight broker and you're not already part of the Freight Broker Bootcamp community, just go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com. We've trained over 8,000 students, been in business over a decade, and we've got tons of reviews, and we offer a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Okay, so it can't get any easier than that, right? We are well known to be the most cost-effective and comprehensive online freight broker training program. Now, if you're already a freight broker, or you've already went through the course, or if you're already a freight agent, you've already went through the course, and you want to be a part of the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program, which is a brand new program that I'm going to be launching very soon. I launched the beta version of it a few months ago. The feedback was amazing. We're going to be relaunching that very soon here in June. And if you want to be a part of that Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program, which it's not a free program, it's a paid program, but I promise you it will be worth at least 10x whatever I charge for it, okay? Just to get on the wait list, because the last time I opened this program up, it sold in less than 24 hours, okay? If you want to be a part of this program, all you have to do is go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com/FB sales. Again, it'll be somewhere here up on the screen, freightbrokerbootcamp.com/FB sales. You can get on the wait list. You'll be the first to get notified. And when I release that, it's kind of first come, first serve. So make sure you're on that wait list. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have an awesome day.